Today we will be taking a closer look into why abortion is a problem and also at why it should be illegal throughout the world by focusing on one clear problem, one specific solution, and the advantage of this particular solution. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their creators with certain unalienated rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Today, I will persuade you to change your opinion as to why abortion is murder. If America is really the land of the free, then we, the citizens of the greatest country known to man, need to fight to bring back the protection of all mankind, especially for the ones that could not fight for themselves. When I was in high school, I overheard one of my mom's friends telling my mom about her first child, which I had always believed that it was my friend. She had then begun to tell my mom when she was in college, when she went off for college, she had got pregnant, and she knew that she could either have this baby and move back home where she knew she had the help, or she could have the abortion and finish college and make something out of herself. She finished with telling my mom that she had actually ended up dropping out of college in the long run because she had become so depressed and guilty that she could not even focus on her studies. Today we will be taking a closer look into why abortion is a problem and also at why it should be illegal throughout the world by focusing on one clear problem, one specific solution, and the advantages of this particular solution. We will begin by examining the problem with abortion. People believe that life does not begin at conception. According to the authors of lifenews.com, they have found 41 quotes from medical textbooks that prove life begins at conception, and one of them is, human life begins at fertilization, the process during which a male sperm unites with a female ovum to form a single cell called a zygote. This highly specialized cell marked the beginning of each of us as a unique individual. And a zygote is the beginning of a new human being. Even if abortions were safer for the mother than childbirth, it would still remain fatal for an innocent child. Having a baby is a low risk undertaking, but suppose the risk was much higher. When an innocent life is at stake, isn't there a moral obligation to take risk? Childbirth is much safer than trying to rescue a drowning child in an ocean or trying to rescue a woman who is being beaten or raped. An adult swimming to shore from a capsized boat has a much greater chance of survival if they don't try to save the child. But does that mean that you shouldn't try? Whether it is you making the decision to have an abortion or it is someone you know, you have to make the decision to save a life or kill an innocent human being that will never get the chance to have a life outside of the womb. Now that we have established the problem, let's look at a possible solution of saving a life and not choosing abortion. The way this problem solution is to outlaw abortion at any stage for any reason and the harshest of punishment to the doctors that perform abortion. I believe that any doctor that performs an abortion should be sentenced to prison and have to spend the same amount of time for someone that has committed murder. If abortion was against the law and action was taken, then doctors that broke the law would act like a rippling effect to other doctors, making them think, I don't want to do this for a few people a year, because if I get caught doing the abortion, I will have to be sent to jail for multiple years and waste my life and waste my time of going to college. If life is such a precious thing and nobody should ever take it upon themselves to take a life. Ronald Reagan even once said, I've noticed that everyone who is for abortion has already been born. And then also Ted Cruz spoke on a different case about abortion, and he said, when it comes to rape is a horrific crime against the humanity of a human and needs to be punished severely. But at the same time, as horrible as that crime is, I don't believe it's the child's fault. and we weep at the crime, and we want to do everything we can to prevent the crime on the front end and to punish the crime. But I don't believe it makes sense to blame an innocent child. Okay, now that we have taken some time to look at the problem with abortion, we can imagine the future if doctors who murdered are not convicted. Millions of lives would be lost that never even had the chance to live. This will solve all the problems I presented at the beginning of the speech, because if the people that do the same crime are punished, it will persuade everyone to perform abortions for the sake of their lives and career. These are doctors who are willing to help. There is an American Association of Pro-Life Obstetricians and Gynecologists that are sticking together that prove abortion drastically increases the risk of maternal deaths. And since we have looked at what the future might hold, let us take action as individuals to ensure we make America great again and not take out fault on children because they are not the ones that made the mistake in the first place. Today we have examined the problem of abortion and why I think it should be outlawed. We focused on one clear problem and one clear reason why it should be illegal by focusing on one clear problem, one specific solution, and the advantages of a particular solution. The ultimate test of greatness is the way you treat every human being, especially the weakest and the most defenseless.